Okay, today let me cue this topic up.
Oh,
because this is a topic that's near and dear to my
I
heart.
love this.
We are going to be
I feel like I've
talking
been displaced.
about Delta 8 today. Everybody's going to all the sirens are going to go off. Everybody's going to be like, "Whoa, what is that? Delta 8." The molecule, the myth, the legend. That's what we're going to be talking about. We're just going to go over some basics with you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun.
How did you do that?
Keep it light.
That sounded cool.
Yeah, was it?
That sounded really cool.
All right, here we go.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. We get so much pleasure out of the questions that you bring us. We have so much content. It's crazy. You guys have the best questions in the world.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, they're blowing up. First of all, you guys really interact with us on socials. Our interaction numbers are just through the roof. So thank you for that. We really appreciate that.
Yes.
Thanks for the people who are reaching out to us on LinkedIn as well. That's really cool. I mean, there's
all the
lots
socials. The socials are blowing up, and YouTube. Wow. You guys
it's pretty good.
Watching a lot of the content, and and we're getting a lot of drift in CBD jam sessions and things that are set up. And by the way, connect on the drift right down here at the bottom. The team is waiting, ready to answer questions and set up calls, whatever you've got.
Yeah. So
and D8, man.
D8. So we're going to do Delta 8. Now notice here on the presentation here that I have the actual Delta. I didn't type it out.
I know.
The Delta.
I like the Delta.
Yeah, that's great. The molecule, the myth, the legend. Okay, so some of the people ask us, is this a natural byproduct of hemp, right? Or is it a natural byproduct of, say, cannabis? And the answer to that is there are very small trace amounts of it, but it's not significant. If you're looking at a concentrated oil, typically those concentrated oils are derived from CBD,
Gotcha.
So what they're doing is they're heating the CBD up, they're converting it into a Delta 8 or for example, Delta 10, and then they're not necessarily naturally derived. It's a part of processing, or it's a part of the processing process, I guess. So a lot of people ask that, because they want to know, okay, am I getting a natural product and things like that? So the answer is that the matrix or the background biomass that's in the oil, that's all natural, for sure.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, so you basically have a product that's been cooked and highly processed, okay? But people like it because it has a very mellowing effect on them. And
it really
that's
does.
The reason why they really like that. And a lot of people now are talking about Delta 10. And a lot of people ask the question, okay, well, what is the difference between Delta 10, Delta 9, Delta 8? I think everybody knows what Delta 9 really is, because that's the THC that everybody knows. And that's also what is scheduled. So that
gives you the known THC effect that some are looking for.
Yes, exactly. The happiness or euphoria or whatever that that evil molecule gives you.
That's the sofa melting molecule.
Right. And so that is sofa melting.
Is that a technical term?
I guess so. But that has been used for medicinal purposes now.
Absolutely.
In a lot of different states around the United States. And there's actually even FDA approved drugs that have derivatives of and also THC in them. Okay, and also the US FDA and the 2018 Farm Bill recognized that small amounts of THC, less than 0.3%, are really not harmful. They really aren't going to affect you. They're such a low level, such as to be insignificant, and therefore, if you can have a plant extract of hemp, for example, as long as it's under the 0.3%, it's a perfectly
and in
legal
fact,
product.
there's a benefit in the entourage effect with the balance of that level of THC with the cannabinoids and the terpenes.
Right, exactly. So you're actually getting the health benefit with some of those other minor cannabinoids that are in there, along with the CBD and the background entourage effect. We've talked a lot about that, guys. We've talked a lot about the entourage effect. We did a whole series just on terpenes. If you have a chance to take a look at it, it's How many did we do? We did 3 or 4
We did a
sessions
lot.
on that. I mean, 4 or 5 hours on just terpenes alone. So
Yeah, and just so you know, I'm not a big connoisseur
No.
of this, but somebody said, "Here, smell this," and I did, and I said, "Oh, that's pinene," and they're like, "What?"
Oh, that's beta
said,
caryophyllene.
Exactly.
Oh.
Here, smell this.
Oh, that's myrcene.
Oh, that's myrcene.
That's a myrcene. That's a myrcene pinene mix there.
So thank you.
Yes.
I looked like I knew what I was doing.
We even had a smelling session. Did we?
We did.
Okay.
We really did.
It was fun. It was fun. We Neurolidol we did,
Yes.
which is my favorite because that's that new car smell that I've grown
Yes.
to love.
And then others, linalool, right?
Linalool, right?
Yeah.
And then
and
that was-
limonene.
Yeah, limonene.
See,
yeah.
I listen.
I like limonene. I do. Anyway, we had a lot of fun with terpenes. Go ahead and look up that content. for
Find
you
it.
guys.
It's a good series.
Yeah,
We did a
it is.
series on that.
But here's a lot of people ask, what's the difference between delta 8, delta 9, delta 10? Look, here it is right here. So here you have on the very bottom left-hand side, you have the beautiful CBD molecule here. And actually, I think I'm going to, there we go. That's even better.
Way cool.
And then you can see we're converting it over. This is an intermediate product. This is delta 9. And you can see this is where the double bond is here. Okay. And for you non-chemists, what that means is that this is the molecule, this picture of this molecule, which is represented by the actual physical molecule. That's what is scheduled. And that's what is controlled substance.
Okay.
Except for in certain states around the union, a vast majority of the states, in fact, have recognized that there are medicinal benefits and that it's
Yep.
not harmful in small quantities.
Yep.
So and so they've done that, and then people convert this over to delta 8. You can see, watch, look at this little double bond here migrated over here. You can see that. So that's what
Magic.
delta 8 is. Yeah. Now, there is no difference between this molecule. You see this, it says CH3 here, and this one just has a line.
Yep.
A lot of like organic chemists will just keep the line there and they won't put CH3 on there.
Because it's assumed.
Yeah, because it's assumed. So it's kind of like what they call nomenclature.
Yeah.
Or convention of how
And
things
the
are
way
done.
I hear that typically is, boy, you're such a dumb shit. You don't know that that's CH3.
Yeah, well, that just never mind.
No.
Okay, I had a filter that went up.
I was disappointed with the filter.
Oh, okay.
You just let it fly, man. Let it fly.
All right. Hey, look at this though. This is kind of cool about this molecule. Watch this. You see right here, they got these how it's coming out of the plane. So what that means is that this hydrogen here is actually coming out of the plane at you.
Yeah.
And then this hydrogen here is actually pushing in at the plane,
Wow.
so
I don't like planes coming at me north by northwest.
especially when you're
Visions.
on that delta 9. if you take some delta 9, you
Everything
see
just-
little planes flying around. You've
It's
taken
like this.
out.
Woo, woo.
Okay, so that's the delta 8, guys. It's just the migration of this
Okay,
double bond.
cool.
Now here's the delta 10. It's the same thing, except instead of migrating here, this is delta 9. Now we're right here. And by the way, all the rest of the structure is all equivalent. So you can see some chemists will put a dotted structure there. Some will make it look slightly different, but it's all the same molecule. It's just where the double bond is located.
2 questions.
Yeah.
Okay, everything looks the same, but I'm one of those hide the hidden picture
Yeah.
guys.
Picture guy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you find for the kids in the dentist's
Yeah.
office.
Yeah.
Hidden pictures. Okay, so in the D9, I see at the bottom there's an O, but in the regular CBD molecule, there's an HO.
Yeah.
And there's an O and an O
Right.
on the D8 and the D10
Right.
as well.
Yeah. So good. Let's talk about that. So what happens when it goes from this molecule, which is CBD, to a delta 9? There's what they call ring closure, and what happens is this oxygen here attacks this double bond here, and it spits out.
Pushes it away.
Yeah, pushes it away basically. So this reactive oxygen is bringing over here, and that's organic chemist, and by the way, I'm an analytical chemist, so
and I'm an idiot
you know.
chemist.
But whatever.
I'm not even
there are different types of chemists, just like there are different types of engineers.
Sure.
Okay, so
Sure.
Sorry.
I saw that difference and I didn't know.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Cool.
And this is actually the reason why you can separate, CBD from THC like we do.
Mm-hmm.
You can separate it using chromatography because this is a different structure than this. It's very difficult, if not impossible, to really separate these two from each other. Yeah, very, very difficult.
Wow.
Yeah, so
But I know
keep
you
that
can
in
do
mind.
it.
Keep that in mind.
Oh.
All right. So
I think I hear this is a portent of things to
we
come.
we have to do this. Okay. Ooh, look at that! I got a table.
Oh, of course you do. Woo. Okay.
I bet you didn't expect that.
I did not. Did you guys expect a table?
Oh,
Okay.
boy. Okay. So look, when I was thinking about this, I thought, well, we need to really bring it down to a table so we can do some comparisons. And what it's helpful is when you compare 3 different things on 3 different parameters. So things are delta 8, delta 9, and CBD. And then the parameters would be potency, effects, purity, safety, legality, and availability. It's nice to really kind of, I could have used like little hearts, or little smoke bombs or whatever, little smoke signals or something there.
Hearts work.
Hearts work, okay. But I thought, well, I didn't have time to really,
Our little brains.
bullocks it up with artwork.
Brains.
So I just put there some stuff in there. So
Next time we'll have more emojis
let's see.
for you.
I did this back like about a month ago, and let me see exactly if it's possible. So let me see here. Potency, variable potency. I think delta 8, delta 9, and CBD all have variable potency. So that should be straight across variable to variable. So okay, which means that if you buy a product, unless it's a formulated product for a target potency, it's going to be, you're going to have it variable. So, like for example, if you buy a gummy, for example, and you say, okay, that gummy has 10 milligrams in it, or the bag has 100 milligrams of it in it, okay, so then it will average out over the bag, and you should have about 100 milligrams in it. That's a targeted potency, really. A lot of times it's very difficult to hold more than one of those constants. So if I said I had 10 milligrams of delta 8, 10 milligrams of delta 9, and 10 milligrams of CBD in there, that would be very difficult to formulate because it's all constrained. You couldn't do that naturally, so you'd have to actually do it artificially in your formulation. Yeah.
So if you see that, you just can call bullshit.
No, you can actually, you would say, oh, this is a highly formulated product. That's what you would say. That would be the proper thing to say. Or you could say, you could just say, oh, let's verify that. Let's look at the.
It's a highly formulated product.
It's a highly formulated product. Yeah, these guys know what they're doing. The plant can't really do that.
Gotcha.
So, and that's what's great about formulations is you can make, formulations that the plant can't do, which is kind of cool. Wow. Ratios, you can hold the ratio. So, if I wanted to have a delta 8, a 2% ratio, 2 to 1, or a 5 to 1, or 6 to 1, you can hold all of these ratios in context with each other.
Wow.
And you can hold the ratios constant. So
a
lot of the research that's out there, if you look into the literature, they've really looked at, what ratios are most beneficial.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
And so, there's a lot of work done on that. And in order to do that, you have to know separation science, because when you're mixing, suppose you have, you really need a pure delta 8, you need a pure delta 9, and a pure CBD molecule so that you can mix them easily. Otherwise, it gets really complicated, right?
Okay.
If you have a little bit of delta 9 and CBD in your delta 8, and you have a little bit of delta 9 and delta 8 in your CBD, and then you're trying to mix them up at a target ratio, there's too many constraints, and you can't do it.
Can't do it.
So you have to hold one of them, or one of the 3, or 2 of the 3 constant. So anyway, we can get into that sometime in the future on formulations. I know we were going to do
that would be fun
work on that. So the calculations.
Are we going to do that in the lab?
Yeah, we can do that in the lab. We'll do that in the lab. That'll be a lot. Lab day.
We love lab day.
Yeah. Okay, effects. Mellowing effect on the Delta 8. It just has a mellowing effect. A lot of people...
I love attenuated.
It's very
psychoactive.
attenuated psychoactive effect. That's what I call a mellowing
I'm
effect.
totally using that.
Okay.
It's got
Yes, it has a high degree of attenuation on that psychoactivity. Look, this is the reports from a lot of people that it just helps them mellow out. Okay,
Yeah.
A lot of times, in what we see is that customers prefer if you have CBD with the Delta 8.
Yes.
And so it just mellows everything out, and it
really does. I've talked to people, and it brings them some significant relief, for some things. I've talked to other people where it brings them relief from, being constrained.
Right.
And people say they sleep like crazy.
Oh, really?
Oh, like out
Cool.
at night.
Yeah.
Great sleep.
So
that's exactly what you said. Mellowing effect.
Yeah, it has a mellowing effect. Yeah, so sleep I mean, CBD itself has a pretty good effect on sleep. And if there's an entourage there, we all know
Bingo.
because we've talked about it. So look, you have multiple sets of how this molecule is getting into your body and different pathways that it's taking and being metabolized. And so if you have a general effect like, I can't sleep, if you have multiple pathways that you're dealing with that in your body, you probably will have a better chance at being achieved your goal, which is sleeping.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
So, of course, we all know that Delta 9 is psychoactive. That's why, for better or for worse, we have made it illegal in some states, and then in other states it's legal for medicinal purposes.
Yeah.
And there's like I said, there's lots of medical benefits to the Delta 9. I just can't emphasize enough that there's a lot of wisdom that went into just the recognition and doing that from a political standpoint, and all the grassroots active people that have been really working to get hemp legislations passed prior to 2018. Kudos and hats off to them, because what they did was they made a very logical and needed distinction between beneficial botanically derived medicines and we take all kinds of ginkgo biloba, we take all kinds of supplements
Yeah, you bet.
and then all of a sudden that this is now the evil molecule because it has derived from hemp and it's psychoactive and it's going to make you happy. So, I think that just the good recognition and the good, I have to say bipartisan, actually. It went through with flying colors, and happened to be that it was also the Farm Bill that went through.
Right.
So,
Yep.
So anyway, it's pretty cool. Purity and safety. We must have less than 0.3% Delta 9. Purity can be compromised based on how it was made. Okay. So when you convert your CBD into Delta 8, sometimes Delta 9 is a byproduct of that.
Sure.
So yeah, and that's a big issue. So you got to make sure that the person you're buying it from or the company you're buying it from has accurately assessed whether or not there's Delta 9 in there.
Yes.
Okay, and so that's something you need to really be thinking about.
And look at the analysis, check it out, because we've done some independent tests of product out there, and many of them are pretty hot.
Yeah, they're pretty hot. Yeah, and I wish that the manufacturers would not do that because they're asking for trouble, and what's the point of that? So anyway. Delta 9 can be made reasonably pure and safe, okay? And then CBD must have less than 0.3% Delta 9 and can be made reasonably pure and safe. So purity and safety, we're pretty good on that. Legality, the Delta 8 and the CBD, of course, we have that, the Farm Bill, it's kind of, it's a CBD or a hemp-derived Delta 8. It's a part of the processing that comes, and so you have some Delta 8 that's in your product. There is varying legal opinions, but there's been a lot of people, and like the state of Wisconsin that we're in, they're like, yeah, it's all legal under the current farm bill and how we're regulating it. So
For delta 8 and CBD,
yeah.
but not high concentrations
Right.
of delta 9.
Right, exactly. So
Unless it's medical.
yeah, no, not in Wisconsin. There's no medical delta 9 in Wisconsin, but in
No.
Minnesota there is.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And in Michigan there is, and in Illinois there is. So, and you can just go down through the states. I think Missouri, yes, there is, and Ohio, of course.
Yeah,
and then you
there's-
go all the way through the Midwest, and then on the East Coast and West Coast.
You've got pockets.
Yeah, you have. I think you basically have all the West Coast that's legal.
Yep.
And there's Idaho where it's not legal, right? And then what do we got on the East Coast? It's there's a lot on the East Coast where
A
it's all
lot.
legal.
Yeah,
So,
especially
so
Northeast.
Anyway, we can go over that at a different time. But
Yep.
legality, just suffice it to say, look, you need to have less than 0.3%, and then availability. Yeah, there's a lot of people selling Delta 8 in the convenience stores all around the country, and then CBD also. So
Yep.
Delta 9, typically you need to have either a medical card, or you have to have a recreational card, or you have to be certified to a condition or something like that, so that in a medical state they would tell you exactly how much you needed to do. So that's what I got, and we can just talk more about where to buy Delta 8. So look, we have we are involved in some helping people make Delta 8, and so I know that one of the purveyors is Outlaws Hemp. Outlawshemp.com is where you can go and check out some of that Delta 8 and see what they have to say. They have vapor pens, and they're all under
Vapes
0.3%
and gummies.
and gummies
And gummies, yeah.
They're all under 3%, 0.3%.
0.3%.
So guaranteed, and you can go check that out. So.
Yeah, they're good. And the one thing that I like about what we've done for that brand is really put back in the full entourage. It's
Yeah.
not just pure Delta 8.
Yeah.
And sometimes you see pure Delta 8 out there, and it's a little caustic. It's
Yeah.
a little sharp.
Yeah.
And in the vape.
And also that one has, I think that they formulated that up with some CBD in it too. So
Exactly.
it's kind of a mellowing effect.
So the full entourage of the
Yeah.
gummies and the vape for the Outlaws has that entourage of CBD and
Right.
terpenes in it, and it's tremendous.
Yeah. So the other thing is that there's you can go ahead and check it out. You can see we have done a lot of various survey work, and we'll probably talk about that next week. Survey on how to really test it, and then we're also going to talk a little bit about what it is that people are looking for when what to watch out for.
Yep.
And we'll go over and we'll look at some of the brands that
Yep.
and kind of what the results are and the comparison.
Yep.
So yeah, and I say it not to throw any stones, because everybody's trying to, everybody's
doing
trying
it.
to make some money and get, but it would be great if we could all just agree that, hey, let's do this on a compliance level.
Yeah.
That would be really awesome.
It would be really good.
And then you wouldn't have to, worry, it just makes the good purveyors out there have a better time of it. So.
Yeah, let's just all make this happen. But D8 is out there, and it's happening. I mean,
Right.
there's a lot of demand for it.
Right.
You're seeing it. We're seeing it.
Right.
We're helping it. Oh, by the way, Outlaws has a Z at the end. Outlaws.
OUTLAWZ.
WZ.
Hemp.com. Okay. Yeah.
And you can check it out.
Guys, if you have interest in formulations, here at extraktLAB and United Science, we don't really touch the plant, and but we will help you with formulations. We'll help you with setting up workflows for formulations. We'll
Yep.
help you to get your things right relative to the testing that you might need.
Yep.
We can audit your processes, for example. So just to go ahead and reach out to us if you have a question about formulations. And
we
sometimes
have-
there's equipment that you need. We can help you get that.
We have
equipment.
kits that have, the kits can be, designed to make isolate or Delta 8
Yeah,
or
right,
whatever.
exactly.
And then we have those process and methods as well that we can,
Right,
we
right.
have available to you. So if you need help, talk to the guys in the Drift. The whole team is there ready to answer all of your questions. This is good. This was a good session. I like this. We're looking forward to your questions, and if we need to revisit anything in more detail, let us know. Put back up the slide with the molecule.
Oh,
now that's cool.
The molecule.
I love the molecule.
Oh yeah, look at those
That's
molecules.
good. Seeing right there,
The molecule
reminds me of
legend.
college. Delta, delta, delta. Can I help you?
We should probably get off before everybody else just kind of. Okay, these guys are done.
Done. Yeah, we're done.
Okay, see you
All right,
later, guys.
Thank you.
Yep, take care.
Bye.
Bam.
Are you stuck in your hemp or cannabis business? Are you not reaching your processing goals? Here at extraktLAB, we offer a free 20-minute CBD jam session. A CBD jam session is a conversation with an industry expert, not a sales call. A conversation where you can talk to us about whatever issues you are having right now and where you are stuck. We will help you uncover any issues you are currently having in your business, create a solution to fit your current scale, develop a future scale-up plan based on your needs, and help you make your processing goals a reality, all while getting your business plan back on track. Schedule your free 20-minute CBD jam session at 1-651-600-0036. Again, that number is 1-651-600-0036.